Hello. Hello, Unite. Let's start with a joke. Knock, knock. You're supposed to say, who's there? Not me. I'm on a excursion. Ha ha ha. And you're here at school. That's the joke. Okay, let's get straight to it. Sweet. So today's topic, we are talking about distance between 2 points. We've talked about midpoint. Now we're talking about the distance. Okay, now what we're going to use is we're going to use Pythagoras's theorem. Okay, now that is something that we've learned last year, but you will, I guess, use it again. And I'll keep it nice and simple for you guys. So just remember a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. Okay, and what a and b is, they're going to be your shorter sides, and c squared is going to be your longer side, or in this case, it's always going to be your diagonal line. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'll give you guys time to write this down. Please write it down, pause if you have to. Okay, now, if I've got a triangle like this, I'm going to use my Pythagoras theorem to solve for my unknown side. So I'm going to start with a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. And I can see here that my shorter sides are 3 and 4. And then my diagonal is going to be that x. So I'm going to write it down as it is, and I'm going to replace it. So instead of a squared, I'm going to write 3 squared. And instead of b squared, I'm going to write 4 squared. And instead of c squared, I'm going to write x squared. Okay, now if you put this in your calculator, remember 3 squared plus 4 squared. 3 times 3 is actually 9, so please don't say 6. And 4 squared is not 8, but it is 16 because that is 4 times 4. Okay, now that still equals to x squared. And now you can tell me what 9 plus 16 is, which hopefully you can tell me is 25. And then right at the end, see how I'm still got this x squared? This is the part that most people will forget. Please don't forget that you will need to square root right at the end. Okay, so that will be on the calculator. In this case, it's actually going to be a nice whole number, so you don't have to round. You'll just find here that your unknown side has a length of 5. Okay, now how you're going to use it today is you're going to use it to find the distance between 2 points. And as you can see here, the 2 points you have is 1, 2, and 5, 4. So let me show you the process. The first thing you want to do is you want to plot the points. Remember, you gotta crawl before you climb. And so I'm going to crawl across 1, climb up 2. So I crawled across 1 and I climbed up 2. Okay, that is my first point there. And as you can see, I've lined up directly on my grid. And I'm going to do the same thing for 5 and 4. I've got to crawl before I climb. So I'm going to go across 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 over there. And then I'm going to crawl up to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can see there that my point should be right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to join these 2 points together. And in your worksheet today, most of these lines will already be drawn. And so all you have to do, and there'll also be a little right angle triangle that's drawn for you as well. So as you can see, there's a nice right angle triangle. And then what it will ask for is it will ask for the distances of each one. So for example, for here, I can see that my distance is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can see that there's a distance of 4 between 1 and 5. And I can see here that I'm going to climb up 2. So we're going to go up 2, and that'll be your 4 and your 2. And these are going to be your shorter sides, and you're going to find your longer side like before. So very, very similar. It's going to be, you're going to have 2, 4. Imagine that's your triangle. That was a shocking triangle. But essentially the triangle that you're working with is this. Okay, where it's 2 and 4, and you're trying to find that side. So again, we know that a squared plus b squared equals to c squared, and your shorter sides are your 2 and your 4. And your diagonal is going to be your unknown, which is what we're looking for. So again, we're going to have it as 2 squared plus 4 squared equals to x squared. My bad, apologies. That's where I'm going on in a moment. Okay, so 4 plus 16 is going to equal to x squared. X squared is going to equal to 20 because that's 4 plus 16. And don't forget, your last step is you need to square root both sides. So this is where you use your calculator. And I'm hoping that you guys have calculators with you today. Let's go the square root of 20. Oops. Let's try one more time. Here we go. Square root of 20 should be 4.472 blah, blah, blah. If I want 1 decimal point, that's going to round up to 4.5. And that, my friends, is it. Let's get rid of that, but that's it. Hope that helps. Good luck for your work today, and I'll catch you guys next week. See you later. Bye.